Hi everybody, Andrea with Camille's Crown Closet. Today we're doing an unboxing of one of the new styles from Rene of Paris, the Alexander Couture Collection. This is Esme, it's spelled E-S-M-E, and we're unboxing in the color Billionaire Blonde. But stay tuned, at the end of this video we'll post some pictures of some color comparisons of the various blondes, not only in Rene of Paris, but take a look at some blondes compared to other brands as well. Rene of Paris just released a new blonde called Butter Biscuit Blonde, so I think it'd be nice to do some comparisons so you can see what they look like side by side. On my head is Marie from Belle Tress. Just wanted to note that I do have an overhead light on. I have a little bit of natural light coming in through the window, but not a lot because we're experiencing the wildfire smoke from Canada here in Michigan. So probably mostly overhead light is what you're going to see hitting the wigs as we do the unboxing, the try on, and then also the later color comparison. So again, this is Esme from Rene of Paris, Alexander Couture in Billionaire Blonde. I do have this color that I actually wear in the Alexander Couture Roxy. I think it's a really nice color. It's kind of a cool blonde, but we'll take her out and see. I always have issues getting these things out of the package, especially the netting. Wig netting is not my friend. She's not as curly as I thought she'd be, which I actually like. I like the curls, but not heavy curls. So here is Esme, Billionaire Blonde, right out of the box. She does, you can tell she's heavy, so hopefully she doesn't feel real heavy on my head, but we'll put her on and then I'll let you know what I think. So here is Esme by Alexander Couture. From Rene of Paris and Billionaire Blonde right out of the box. She feels heavy in my hand, but you know, it doesn't feel heavy on my head at all. I am on the smaller side of average. I did not adjust this cap at all, and it feels like it's fitting me a little bit big. Got a little bit of excess in the back. I could definitely move the adjusters in. One thing I did forget to do is show you the cap. I will do that again in a minute. But just wanted to show you, this is SMA right out of the box. I haven't done a thing to it. So I'm going to show you the cap and then we'll play with this a little bit, make it look a little bit more realistic, and I'll tell you what I did. Stay tuned. So here is the cap on SMA. It does have the open wefting on the back. It has the Velcro adjusters with the velvet nape. It has the lace front that extends into the ear tabs here. It does have the wide monofilament center part, and again it has the lace front. The cap construction is pretty much identical, I think, to Roxy. One thing, once I get her back on and play with her, I'll let you know what I think of the lace front. But on Roxy, on my Roxy that I wear, I did have to trim this lace up just a little bit. This is really comfortable. It's like the soft comfort lace, but to me, you know, sometimes the color's a little bit off and you can see that line. So I'll let you know what I think once I get her back on and play with her a little bit. Stay tuned. And we're back. Here is SMA by the Alexander Couture Collection, Rene of Paris and Billionaire Blonde. Really the only thing I did is I tried to get just a little tiny bit of lift. I pinned it back just a little bit and hit it with the heat from the blow dryer. It does respond really well to heat, but I don't think it did quite what I was looking for. Also tried to get my fingers in here and give it just a little bit of lift from the roots. I think I'll have to work with that a little bit more, but if you are a fan of Roxy by Rene of Paris and the Alexander Couture Collection, I think you're really gonna like SMA. She's really pretty, long, kind of loose, wavy, maybe almost curls. Love the color. This does have a pretty dark root. I'll get a little bit closer so you can take a look. I don't think the hairline is as detectable as what the lace front was in my Roxy that I have. I don't know if it was just that particular wig. I think the lace on this one's a little bit more neutral, like more skin tone, so you really can't see it. So I didn't have to do anything to the lace. There was no zigzag part in this, and I'm suspecting there probably won't be in the other new styles as well. So just note, when you get yours, it will not have a zigzag part. That does not mean that it's used. It comes that way from the manufacturer. Love the color. Again, the root is a little bit dark, and then you can see the knotting a little bit more because of the dark root, and then also some of the Alexander Couture wigs. I noticed the knotting's a little bit darker, but for this price point, you can't beat it. Long style luxury wig. The manufacturer suggested price, I think, is around the $250 mark. We don't follow that, so if you go into our hot buys, you're actually going to get this wig for well under $200. So here she is again, Esme by Rene of Paris, Alexander Couture Collection, Billionaire Blonde. I think she's a beautiful style. She does have some, I wouldn't say face framing layers, but she does have some layers in the front. This would be really cute to do in a half up, half down, you know, maybe even in an updo. You could use this for wedding hair or even everyday wear. The Rene of Paris Alexander Couture fibers wear really well, especially, you know, considering that a lot of their styles are long. I think these are probably some of the easiest fibers to maintain of all the manufacturers. So really pretty. Again, just note on Billionaire Blonde, it is a pretty dark root. You do have some really light highlights, especially towards the front around your face, but it's like a cooler, kind of a really well blended blonde, I would say. So again, stay tuned. I'm going to post some pictures of some color comparisons with the Rene of Paris Alexander Couture blondes, and then some blondes from the other manufacturers, so you can especially compare the new butter biscuit blonde from Alexander Couture. So as always, thank you for watching. Visit us at Camille'sCrownCloset.com. Make sure to check out our hot buys. We also have a section in hot buys for everything under $200. You will find Esme, you will find Frankie, and you will also find Sloan in that section. Again, thank you. Let us know if you have any questions.